Hi beautiful people. I don't usually make these vlogs, but today I've made an exception because I've got some really good news. Well, it's good news for me, but I have passed my MRCP PACES exam yesterday. And that's for those who've been subscribed to my channel and following my journey. This is great news because I've been preparing for the MRCP exams for around a year and a half now. And the PACES exam, which is the practical OSCE exam, is practically the last of the 3 exams. So this concludes my MRCP journey, and I can just focus on work and my career, and that's in my opinion been the biggest challenge. The fact that you have to do all of this while working full time, because a doctor's work schedule is something like maybe 8-hour days, 12-hour days, and when you're doing these exams on top of working full time, you're also studying for 2-3 hours a day. So it takes quite a lot of it takes a mental toll, because it's not one exam either. So each of these takes around 3-4 months to prepare for, and there's 3 in total. So you would be taking, if you take a bit of a break between them, it might be that it takes you a year and a half to go through these. And this is a year and a half of working full time and studying 2-3 hours a day. So it's maybe 12 hours a day of constant work and study. And I'm just glad it's over. I'm so happy for people around me that I'm very lucky that I have people around me that helped me and really just put up with me while preparing for these exams. I just wanted to quickly go over my experience and how my exam went and how my preparation went. I'm gonna probably do a more in-depth video of how I prepared and what resources I would recommend. But this is just my personal experience with the exam. I took the exam at a very small district general hospital in Durham County up north, called Bishop Auckland. Now, inconveniently, my exam was just a day after a conference that I submitted a poster presentation abstract to. So I submitted a poster presentation abstract to the British Endocrine Society, and they had their conference. I didn't know the conference date at the time. It wasn't announced. Oh, well, my PACES date was not announced yet. And the conference was on the 12th of March, and my exam was literally just one day after, on the 13th. But you know what? I actually think I ended up enjoying it, because that meant that the day before my exam, I wasn't studying. I was at this conference presenting my poster. So I stopped studying 2 days before my exam. It was a change of scenery. It distracted me a bit, took a bit of the stress away, and meant that I was a bit more relaxed during my exam, which I think is very important, because the preparation is good. You get to, I personally prepared in 2 months, did the PACES test videos, and then did a PACES course, and also at the hospital that I'm working, they do weekly PACES teaching, which I really enjoyed. I think that's the most important thing when preparing for your PACES, is seeing as many patients and examining as many patients as you can, because that's really the whole of the exam. It's how comfortable you are examining patients, finding signs, and presenting your findings and your management plan. So yeah, with my actual exam, I think thinking back now, I might have prepared a bit sooner, because I prepared in 2 months. But if I prepared a bit earlier, just examined a few more patients, I think this is what you need when you're preparing for this exam. You need to have this mindset that, all right, so I'm going to, every patient I see, I'm going to do a full, say for example, I'll do a full resp exam on one patient, I'll do a full abdo exam on another. And if you do that well in advance, like 3-4 months before your exam date, you get into the habit of basically doing a PACES exam technique with every patient that you see, and it becomes second nature to you at some point. What I found very interesting was that you have to wait for the results to come back, and those 2-3 weeks of waiting are absolute hell, because you've probably done OSCEs doing medical school, and this is very much the same. It's never what you expect. Like I expected to completely fail one station because I think I did horrible. I think I got the diagnosis wrong, my presentation was really bad, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to pass that station. And I actually got full marks in that station. So, and another station which I thought I've definitely aced that station, I'm going to get full marks on it, I actually failed that station. Like, so you don't know how you did until you get your results back and you get your feedback. But I think if I had my advice for this exam would be prepare as well as you can, as well in advance, 3-4 months in advance. And it's nothing that you don't do on a daily basis. Nobody expects you to diagnose very rare things and come up with diagnosis on the spot. It's no Dr. House stuff. You basically need to be a safe doctor, to know how to do your examination, know how to present. That's one thing I would focus on. When you are practicing on the daily, find a registrar, find a consultant, find a friend. First, make sure you're comfortable doing the exam techniques, and then make sure you're presenting well. Because I struggle with this in the exam. There were some things that I would find, and I would examine it and find it, and the examiners would sometimes bring me back to it because I wouldn't say it in my presentation. You get so stressed when you're presenting that if you haven't presented a lot, you could miss things. And I think it definitely helps if you are presenting on a regular basis, and just go through the past test videos alongside that, and you should be fine. To be honest, this whole MRCP journey has been great. I have enjoyed it a lot. It's been very difficult, and I think a lot of people who are not doctors don't really get how difficult it is to do these postgraduate exams while working full-time. So if you are going through this now, if you're preparing for these exams now, just bear through it. I'm sure you're gonna do great. And people who are not medics might not understand how much of a challenge it is. And for what it's worth, I'm proud of you for doing this, for working full time as a doctor, doing a profession that's very difficult and very valued, and also preparing for these very difficult exams. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what to do now because I'm so used to studying alongside studying, but the weather is so nice today, and we don't usually get much good weather here in the UK. So I was on a walk, and I figured, hey, why not make a video about my experience and share this milestone with you guys. And if you're listening to this point, up to this point, thank you very much for supporting the channel. And hopefully I'll do a more in-depth video where I explain what I did to prepare and what I would recommend. But yeah, thank you for watching so far, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already.